Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, I'm Kinantiat Maja and my student ID number is 3720210003. And at this time, I'm going to present about the textbook analysis that I have done before. Okay, so the first aspect is about content components. So the first component is title. The title is Learning Daily English for Grade 3. This book is an English textbook for class grade 3. This book contains additional knowledge through several enrichment materials and national characters, including cultural notes and pseudonyms. This book also accommodates themes in elementary school thematic books. And the second is Introduction. This Learning Daily English for Grade 3 books has attractive pictures, simple pointers, and various learning activities that will help you learn English in a fun way. The themes contained in this book are also fascinating because they cover the articles contained in the elementary school thematic reader. And the third is content or body. Each chapter in this book contains the following features. The first one is Advanced Organizer. Advanced Organizer is an introduction that will bring to the study materials. And then the second is Learning Goals, contains the learning objectives of each unit. And the third is Vocabulary, contains a collection of nouns and verbs. And the fourth is Picture and Illustration. The material is equipped with attractive images. And the fifth is Say the Names, has vocabulary related to the theme. And the sixth is Cultural Notes, contains information relating to the general diversity of each character. And the last is Semester Evaluation, contains exercises to evaluate learning activities for one semester. And the fourth is Illustration. This book contains so many illustrations to help students understand well the material. Okay, so these are the example of illustrations we can see from the pictures. And the fifth is table. This book also contains table and we can see from the pictures. And the sixth is quotation. This book also contains quotation from other sources and we can see from the pictures that in the corner we can see from the source. And the seventh is conclusion. This book is not provides a summary or conclusion of the contents. And the eighth is references. This book also contains references or sources to support the material or to support the writer to write the materials in the books. And the second aspect is talking about linguistic contents. In linguistic contents, we have 5 contents. The first one is morphology. Morphology is the study of how parts of words called morphemes create different meanings by combining with each other or standing alone. There are lots of words in this textbook that contain morphemes. For example, orange plus suffix s becomes oranges. And the second is phonology. This book does not contain how to read a vocabulary. And the third is syntax. The syntax component discusses sentence structure. It includes the rules for how words are organized in a sentence. This book contains syntax. For example, my mom loves gardening. We can see the structure by the pictures that I have applied. And the fourth is semantics. Semantics is the study of the relationship between words and how we draw meaning from those words. For example, planting vegetables or flowers and paying attention to the garden. Paying attention here means memperhatikan or take care, not membaca. And the fifth content is talking about pragmatics. Pragmatics is the study of words and their meanings in language placed in context. For example, Lasano and Hendro are cycling near their house. The weather is so bright and they are excited to play outside. Look at the cloudy sky. This is implied that they want to play in the rain while cycling. And the third aspect is about presentation components in textbook. Okay, in presentation components in textbook, there are 8 components. The first one is introduction. This book contains learning goals or the purpose in the front of the chapter before entering the learning material. And the second is table of contents. This book also contains table of contents that makes students easily to find the material in the textbook. We can see from the picture. And the third is chapter or sections. This book contains 8 chapters or sections. We can see from the pictures. And the fourth component is subchapter or subsections. This book contains subchapter or subsections that has the same topic but different discussion. We can see from the pictures. And then the fifth is summary. This book does not contain summary of the contents of a chapter or sections. And the sixth is references. This book contains references that help the author to complete the textbook. And the seventh is index. This book does not contain index. So the eighth component is exercises or questions. This book contains exercises or questions to know how far the student's understanding about the material. And we can see from the pictures of how the type of questions is it in the textbook. So the last aspect is talking about the graphic components. Okay, the first component is cover design. The cover design of this book is really interesting for elementary school students because the graphic or pictures are really eye-catching for children. We can see from the picture. And then the second is illustration and drawings. This book contains so many illustration or drawings to make students easier understand the material. And the third is charts and graphs. This book does not contain charts and graphs. Okay, I think that's all the result of my analyzed textbook. Thank you all for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.